All right, let's take a look at this. I've got two triangles here. Let me just kind of go through this one real quick. Look at these two triangles, or this triangle right here. What if I said this angle is equal to this angle? What did we learn not too long ago about the two? Right, the two opposite angles would be equal to each other. Would you agree? Okay. I don't know if I can do this or not. Let's just try this. Watch. Let me ungroup it so I can grab each side. What if I took this and made this side longer? Actually, let's make this one shorter. Okay. Now, if I was still going to get a triangle out of that, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's make it longer this way. Okay. Then watch. Then I'm going to take this one and make it like this. So now those two sides are not equal to each other. But what did I do to the angles, though? I just changed the angles, didn't I? All right, so if I made this one longer than this one, what do you think might happen to these angles? Which one's going to be bigger, do you think? The one with the longer side? What do you mean by the with the longer side? So let's call this ABC. No. Let's pay attention, please. Look, what did I just do? I took this side and I extended it out, right? I made this longer. Now this one got a little bit longer too, but it's not quite as long as this one now. They're not the same lengths, okay? This does not equal this. So that means A and C are not going to be equal to each other. Would you agree? All right, because they're only equal to each other if the two sides are equal to each other. So we made this one longer. What did it look? What happened to these two angles? Does this angle right here look bigger or smaller than this angle right here? Looks smaller, doesn't it? Looks like this one's getting smaller and smaller, and this one's getting what? Bigger and bigger. In fact, if I did this, watch. If I made this really long and stretch it out to here, what would I have to do to this to get a triangle out of it? I'd have to take this. Where am I? Oh, I got to grab the corner. Oops. Why isn't it? I thought I... Oh, I know. I don't know why. Anyway, let's just do it like this now. Watch. Did you see that? Look what happens. I made this one longer, didn't I? Than it was before. All right, went a lot longer. This is a little bit shorter. Look what happened to this angle. This got even smaller, and this got even what? Bigger. Do you see that? So which one is the bigger angle? The angle opposite what? The longer side. That's right. Everybody see that? Look at the smallest. Look, that looks a lot skinnier. That looks like the smallest angle. Look what it's opposite. It's opposite the shorter side. Do you get that? Okay. That was kind of a mess, but let's go back up to this. So with that said, look what we have here. Call this ABC. And I'm going to make up some sides here. Let's say that's 7. Let's say that's 4. And let's say this is, I don't know, like 12. Okay, I'll make it 12. It's probably a little bit bigger than 12, but that's okay. Here we go. If I give you these sides right here, by what we just talked about, by what we just showed, by messing with those triangles a little bit, you should be able to tell me what the biggest angle is, what the middle angle is, right, and what the smallest angle is. So if I know that this is 12, that's the longest side. What do you think the longest angle, or not the longest, but what do you think the largest angle is? Austin, go ahead. Well, give me the opposite angle, which is C. Right. This is the longest side, so you look opposite to that side. So if I go from largest to smallest, watch, large to small. If I wanted to list the angles in order of largest to smallest, what would be the largest one? Angle C. Why is it the largest angle? Because it's opposite the what? The longest side. That's right. Okay. So I'll tell you what. Let's leave the middle one. Let's do the smallest one. What's the smallest side? 4. So what's the angle that's opposite the smallest side? Angle A. So angle A would go last, wouldn't it? That's the smallest. Of course, what would be in the middle? Angle B. You see that? That's pretty easy to see, isn't it? Again, that's what they're going to give you. They're going to give you a situation where they give you either 3 sides of the triangle, and you got to tell in order, either largest to smallest. Now, they could ask you the other way. They could ask you what? Smallest to largest, couldn't they? All right, they could do that. So you just got to make sure you read the instructions carefully to look at it. It's not always going to go large to small. Sometimes it'll go small to large. You got it? Okay. Let's do another one. If that's true about the sides, what do you think must be true about the angles? What if I told you that angle C was the largest angle? What do you think you could tell me about the side AB? It's the longest side, exactly. So it's a converse of each other, isn't it? Okay? That's not really a proof. It's a theorem. Okay, but it's not really a proof.
I miss proofs. We should do more.
No.
I'm sure you do. Let's do another.
You should give Matt 20 problems of proofs. Just two.
All right, here we go. You watching? Let's say this was 56 degrees. Now this is not exactly to scale, but that's okay. And that was 45, all right? And there's my three vertices. And I asked you to list from, let's go small to large. List the sides from the smallest to the largest. Okay, we're listing the sides this time. From the smallest side to the largest side. Now, just looking at it, it's kind of hard to tell which one might be, right? So you don't want to just look at it. That's not the best way to go about it. It's just, oh, that looks like that's the largest one. That looks like the smallest one. Because I could give you a triangle where it's not to scale at all, right? And you have to go by the numbers. Do you understand that? So make sure that you do that. So first of all, what are we going to have to do first? Figure out what this angle is up here. So what do we got? 5 and 4, that's 9, and 10. What's that? 101? Is that right? 101. So what's this going to be if the whole, that's 101? It's going to be 79. Correct? Did the math right? Okay. So that's 79 degrees. Now, we want to go from the smallest side to the largest side. So what do? You look for the smallest angle. Smallest angle is 45. What side is opposite 45 degrees? WX. So WX is going to be the smallest side. This is how you list it. Just list them by commas in between, okay? First one has to be the smallest. Then what's the next one? Well, it's 44. We've already did 45. 56 is the medium one, right? The one in the middle. So what side is opposite 56? WY. So you put WY. Everybody see what we're doing? And then what's the largest angle? 79. So what's opposite 79 degrees? XY. So you put XY. And there you go. That's from smallest to largest. That's the smallest side. That's the largest side. That's all you got to do. It's easy, isn't it? I think they give that a name too. That's kind of weird. Is that the name they give it? I don't think they really officially give it a name, this theorem right here, but that's okay. All right, let me give you. I know you don't want to go away empty-handed, do you?
Nope, not really.
Yes.
Oh well, too bad.
Skip that.
You
So
already
it's
gave us too many
section
questions.
5.3. So this is pages 346. Now this may initially look like it's a lot more problems than you're used to, but a lot of these problems are just looking and writing down an answer. It's not a whole lot of work involved. Exactly. There's really not a whole lot of work to show. You're absolutely right. But I want you to try to get these correct. There you go. You're doing 9 to 37.
We want to get them wrong, right?
9 to 37.
Yep. That's not too bad.
No, not
You know what? I should have put 8.
I'd rather you not.
Is that right? I could always change it. The other class I said 9 because initially I was gonna be nice to you, but then then the Eagles lost, and so I got mad, and so I figured I'd just have you do them all. So I was gonna have you just do the odds. That's why I didn't put 8 on there.
If the Eagles win, we get less homework.
I don't know. You give you good reason to root for
We're playing
them.
the Titans on Thursday night,
Okay.
so we should be able to.
We do. Are you playing today? You in that game?
Actually, yeah. Starting quarterback. Actually, part of the defense ball.
All right.
Yeah, I can't come that.
Okay, so there you go. There's your homework. That is due tomorrow. All right, so
Or the next
have
day.
fun.